Catherine, thanks for taking the time to stop by the podcast today. I'm really looking forward to our conversation.
Thanks for having me. I think it's going to be a great discussion for employers to listen to.
So to get started, while many plan sponsors get some pretty standard questions from their employees about the 401k, are there any that you're hearing from your side of the world that really kind of stand out or surprise you?
Well, it's interesting, and the first thing I wanted to share is it is so clear to me from listening to calls that people don't think of their 401k in a vacuum. They also don't think of themselves as participants, which is the industry vernacular that we use so often. But I always remind myself that these are individuals and they're trying to balance multiple priorities. And the first question I get, or we get, the surface question, that's not necessarily the root of the inquiry. But on the lighter side, I certainly see how busy people are and how important it is to make it easy to get their questions answered. So we have individuals that they call on a break at work. They call us in the middle of ordinary daily tasks, like making dinner in the background or getting their kids ready for bed. And it's not too unusual to hear someone ordering maybe McDonald's at the drive-thru as they're calling us. And that list goes on, but it kind of gives you just a flavor of how busy folks are. The other thing that I see certainly are the calls that really tug on your heartstrings. And these are individuals that are going through serious hardships, and many that you can tell just are not prepared for emergencies, or they've exhausted, what funds they have. I read a recent study that cited 47% of Americans could not come up with $400 in an emergency without going into debt. And that's somewhat alarming, but not too surprising, just given, the calls that we listen to every day.
Yeah, as plan sponsors and as the industry's thinking about education and communication with employees, that's one of the things that I think some people don't really grasp is there's some fundamental challenges.